ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is James Spann, and you clicked onto the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday afternoon, the 7th day of November. And don't forget, 1 week from tomorrow, Storm Alert Extreme at the BJCC in downtown Birmingham. We do this only once a year. This is the annual training event. This is where we train our sky watchers and anybody that is interested in being a severe storm spotter. And we start at 9:30 that morning. We go through about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Doesn't cost a dime. You don't need to register. Just show up. And the good thing, if you come to our show, you get free admission to the Alabama International Auto Show, which is going on the same weekend at the BJCC downtown. So again, Storm Alert Extreme, a week from tomorrow, Saturday the 15th of November, from 9:30 until 3:30. Hey, that's nice right there. Check out that sunrise. That was the scene from the Gadsden Skycam this morning. The sky was still fair at that point, but of course now clouds cover the state. There's the view coming from Cullman this afternoon, and you can see a little bit of light rain on the lens. Rainfall amounts very light for most areas as expected. And down there in the Alabama Gulf Coast, some rain falling at our Gulf Shore Skycam on top of the Phoenix All Suites. Well, there's our big trough over the eastern U.S. The upper level low is near Des Moines. And the snow underneath that has diminished. No more blizzard, but still some light snow falling up there. And there's a look at temperatures around the nation this afternoon. And over the snowpack, you've got 20s. And even down here, we're starting to feel the cooler air. The 70s have been pushed down into southeast Alabama. We've got 50s now over the northern part of the state behind that surface front. And there's a look at the radar as of 2 o'clock today. And you can see the rain really beginning to fade away. Just a little bit left. Most of the rain will be gone by 6 o'clock this evening, and the weekend ahead will be very nice. There's a look at the storm totals coming off the Birmingham NextRad, and you can see we had that one spot up there in northwest Alabama of heavier rain. Some locations going over 1 inch around Vernon and Hamilton and Winfield, but for everybody else, not much at all. In fact, many spots with not enough rain to measure today, and that's the case for Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden. So basically an insignificant rain event except for that one spot up there in northwest Alabama. What about the rain in the days ahead? This is the QPF map valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Now, this takes into account the rain today and the rain that would fall toward the middle of next week. And the heaviest shows up over eastern Texas with 4.5 inches there. And again, around here, the heavier totals up there in the northwestern part of the state. And the evolution of next week's system is still a question mark, as you'll see. And in tropical weather, there's a look at our hurricane, the late-season Hurricane Paloma in the Caribbean, slowly headed up toward the Cayman Islands and Cuba. And once again, landfall will likely be on the south coast of Cuba at some point Sunday morning. Then the system comes out into the Bahamas, then ultimately turns into a remnant low out there in the Atlantic. No threat to the Gulf and no threat to the United States mainland. So let's look at the modeling. This is the 12Z GFS at noon tomorrow. Trough over the east. Alabama's weather cool and dry. Highs will be in the middle 60s Sunday. Again, cool and dry. The cool air deepens a little bit, so we think highs will be closer to 60 on Sunday, with upper 30s now Sunday morning. And Monday of next week, there's a chance some spots could get down there in the middle 30s, maybe some frost on the ground. And we'll see a high Monday in the upper 60s, and we note the next impulse producing rain off to the west on Monday with rain falling over parts of Texas and Arkansas and Oklahoma. And on Tuesday of next week, Veterans Day, the rain moves into Alabama. And so we think the sky becomes cloudy with periods of rain on Tuesday, a chance that it will rain on our Veterans Day parade. And again, the GFS is getting into a little model madness on exactly how it resolves the rest of the week. The general idea is on the table, but the details are up in the air. Wednesday, the rain continues mainly west of the state, and then Thursday, the big trough begins to evolve off to the west. It's got more of a positive tilt, and again, this is suggesting that Thursday could be wet here. And then on Friday the 14th, the trough is continuing, but it's waiting on another impulse before sharpening up. And this really pushes the bulk of the rain off to the east. So instead of a big phase system with a heavy rain or a severe weather look, this does not have that. It's got some good rains in there. And then on Saturday the 15th, the trough really sharpens with that last impulse coming through the trough. And now look at that. How about some snowflakes the day of Storm Alert Extreme? Goodness gracious. This has a really good rain event Friday night into Saturday morning, much colder. And yep, a chance of rain changing to light snow flurries on the backside of that. Goodness me. We'll see if that works out. And then on the 16th, cold air settles in here. That's Sunday, November 16th. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that thing evolves next week. And finally, at the end of the cycle on the 23rd, strong-looking negative tilt shortwave northwest of here. That is a very stormy-looking pattern for areas to the west. And again, it sure looks like the latter part of November will be very active and very stormy, and you bet we will be watching. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this afternoon. Notes on the blog. My next video by Monday morning at 7. Brian Peters will have the updates, the video tomorrow and Sunday. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.
Weather